All right, cool. Starting it up. Let's see if we can get an hour-long show in. Okay. Waiting for Jeff. Jeff should be here in a minute. But we're now live on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. What's up, Arcade Fan 123? How's it hanging? Jeff's joining me any minute. Oh shit, we just got a bunch of people. WWE Vinny, miss me. Hi, WWE Vinny. Yeah, I missed you, maybe. There's no Renee to be fired tonight. I'm watching replay of Raw. Nice. Raw was really good, actually. And Jeff's here. What's up, dude? Alright. So Jeff is now guesting. Yeah, Renee's not here. She got fired. Alright, here we go. Start this shit up. Yeah, Raw ended up being really good last night. Me and Sammy were talking about that. Hey!
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. There we go!
Hey!
Hey, I made it occasionally.
Yeah, it's the Fat Man Batman. What's up, Blood?
I'm doing just fine, Sean. How are you?
Hanging well. Raw usually does suck, WWE Vinny, but last night's Raw was really good, dude. Jack can attest. He watched it.
Yeah.
And Arcade Fan 123, his brother is Roman Fan 123. He says his brother, the Roman fan, got mad because Roman didn't win last night. Well, tell your brother to suck it up.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So, did you ejac to Bailey? She's going to lose at Fastlane. Yeah, I was very happy that Bailey won the championship, dude. I've been watching Bailey for about 2 years now, maybe, since NXT. And it's really exciting to see her become the women's champion on the main roster. She deserves it. So anyway, Jeff, what's up, man? How's it going today? You ready to get this shit on?
Let's go for it, man. Hopefully we can get into some more detail than last week.
Yeah, we got an hour this time, so that's good. They couldn't do Mania, though. I agree. What's up, Roman Fan? There's the brother of Arcade Fan, Roman Fan. So, yeah, we'll talk some stuff. Can't give her a moment. Come on, let's just let her enjoy her moment. But let's get into it. So, first off, Elimination Chamber. Did you watch any of this after the fact, Jeff?
I actually did look up the results this morning while I was at work, and I have a decent idea about who's got what accomplished, but if you have a Bleacher Report list, that would help too for everybody else on the thread here.
Sure, no problem. I think most, I'm not sure who all watched Elimination Chamber. It was pretty good. Not my favorite, but it was definitely well, considering I didn't really have much expectations going into it. SmackDown once again came out looking pretty damn good with it. First and foremost, I was really happy with the way that the women, not the women's match, but the tag match. The tag match was actually really cool. What they did was, it was called a Tag Team Turmoil, and instead of it all being at once, what they did was, it was like gauntlet style, like tournament style. It started with Heath Slater and Rhino taking on Breezango. They pinned Breezango. Next out came, the Vaudevillains, I think. They beat the Vaudevillains. And then the Usos came out. The Usos defeated Slater and Rhino. And then the Usos lost to American Alpha, but they beat the crap out of American Alpha, which seemed to leave the door open for the Ascension to come in and win the titles. And then they went full-blown 80s villain and just fucking took their time and ended up getting pinned like 5 minutes later. So that was great. So American Alpha retained the belts.
Yeah, I saw your post on, I think it was Facebook or Twitter about it. You were not happy, and quite honestly, after what I read that you posted, neither was I.
Yeah, I sent it to you via the message thread that we keep. We keep a message thread, guys. We the Factory Boys. It's me, Jeff, Chuck, Jared, DJ. It's all the Factory Boys. Yeah, I posted that to Jeff. I was just like, well, the Ascension pretty much got the big old middle finger from Vince McMahon. Speaking of Vince McMahon, WWE Vinny is a Vince McMahon cosplayer. So you fucker. Look, he even posted, you think the Ascension was getting a push. Ha ha ha. Fuck you, Vince.
Hardly. They've been getting shafted for like a year and a half now.
I know, and they were NXT champions at one time. Anyway, so
they had so much potential when they joined the main roster on Raw, and then they've just kind of been taking up space.
Their debut was amazing, but that was all they had. That's it. Yeah. So moving along, let's just talk about the Elimination Chamber a little bit. So there was that match. The show kicked off with Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins. It was an 8-minute throwaway match, decent but meh. Next up was Becky Lynch versus Mickie James, 11 minutes. Decent match. Lynch came out on top. Kalisto and Apollo Crews had a 2-on-1 handicap against Ziggler. This match just flat out sucked. All three of these men should be doing something else, not this. Let's see, tag team turmoil match. And then Nikki Bella versus Natalya was actually a damn good match. I'll be honest. I was really, really happy with this match. Because they did some good spots, they had some good chemistry, and it resulted in a double countout, which kind of blows, but that just means they're going to get another match. I like it. I like the fact that it's so deeply personal, it seems like.
Yeah, just listening to the two of them trade barbs back and forth, it definitely seems like not only are they allowing each other to use super personal information from their own real-life lives,
yeah,
but it helps to serve and build their in-ring chemistry and give the fans a huge anticipation for a women's match.
No, absolutely. It helps when you know somebody. That's why Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had such good matches together, because they've been best friends for so long. That's why me and DJ, when we did our feud, when we did the whole Billy Joe, Gary McDaniels feud, it helped that we knew each other. We knew our strengths and weaknesses, and we were all able to come out with something good there. So it really helps to know your person. And Nikki Bella, I've never been interested with Nikki Bella on the mic. I feel like she's always been very flat. This might be some of the strongest mic work she's ever done, in my opinion. So...
yeah, and and Natalya keeps prodding her with her whole, your boyfriend John Cena's gonna leave you when you get old.
Yeah, that's starting to get a little wearing a little bit, but Natalya is definitely savage on the mic.
Yeah, she definitely is. Absolutely. I mean, she fries Nikki Bella's bacon every single time, it seems like.
No kidding. Oh my god. So, let's say hi. We got DSD3934, what's up? And Ms. The Best. What's going on, Ms. The Best?
The Ms. The Best at sucking.
Hey, you take that back. Ms. is the best on the mic. And sucking the mic, I guess, maybe. Anyway, moving on, we got...
Oh, he is kind of decent on the mic, to be fair.
Not just decent. He's one of the best, in my opinion. But, next one was, it was intriguing. I didn't know how it was going to go, but it ended up being pretty good. Randy Orton versus Luke Harper. Good match. Harper lost, obviously. I think we all expected that. But the match gave you some good moments where you really didn't know what was going to happen, honestly. So they had some good false starts.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Luke Harper can start either getting pushes in singles matches or maybe re-team up with Eric Rowan whenever he gets back as the big man tag team that everybody seemed to enjoy before Rowan got injured again.
Oh yeah, they were NXT Tag Team Champs at one time, those two together. And me and you have discussed this off camera, but we'll say it for the sake of the fans. Yeah, we've had our theories on this. I feel like Eric Rowan will realign with Bray Wyatt and maybe have some feuds against Harper. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see, simply because Bray Wyatt has essentially booted Luke Harper from the group, and Aaron, I suck at names.
Aaron Rowan,
a.k.a. Eric Rowan, should be back from injury either this month or next month. It actually would not surprise me at all to see him show up at like WrestleMania or some huge event as a surprise return.
I see him returning at WrestleMania or the SmackDown following WrestleMania for sure. Hopefully he will. Anyway, this was a good match, though.
I like how we're both eating during the feed.
I know. I was just eating a granola bar. But next match, it was really, really short, so I'm disappointed with that. but the Women's Championship match, we have a new champion. Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss in 8 minutes, 20 seconds. Thoughts on that? After you eat. Chew, swallow.
Yeah, it's improper manners.
Swallow. Okay, good.
Already did.
Okay.
So, 8 minutes and 20 seconds seems like it's kind of a short amount of time for a women's match, especially a championship match like that. But I definitely think Naomi deserves it for the simple fact that she's been on the roster for so long and rarely has a chance at a title match, regardless of whether or not it's Raw, SmackDown, Women's Division.
Yeah, she's been. I have no idea how long, but she's been there, for at least 3-4 years since the old Funkadactyls scenario with Brodus Clay. You remember that?
That's a long time ago, but yeah.
That was quite a long time. It actually really wasn't that long ago, but by wrestling standards, it feels a long time ago. The Funkadactyls ended in 2014, so 3 years. 3 years is a decent time. But yeah, she's been on the main roster since 2012. She was in developmental from 09 to 12 in Florida Championship Wrestling, NXT 2010 to 2011. So yeah, she's been with the company for about 7 years. As far as I know, she was the inaugural holder of the FCW Divas Championship. So, I mean, she's won gold before, but as far as I know, she's never won gold in the main roster.
And now she has, and...
Actually, she has. I'm sorry. Not to interrupt. She actually was the Divas Champion. Anyway, but probably not long. We don't remember. It's not memorable. So.
Yeah, like one match or something.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying?
But hopefully she'll hold on to the belt for longer than 1 or 2 pay-per-views this time around.
Maybe. I don't know what their plans are for her, but it's a feel-good moment. It's a tribute, so to speak, to her new personality and her new persona. I mean, I give them credit. I mean, it may not be the best gimmick in the world, but it suits her.
People have got to be freaking out that they don't have UV glasses every time her intro hits.
Yeah, she always blinds the fuck out of me every time she comes on. That's how you know Naomi's coming, when you lose your eyesight. It cuts to that SpongeBob clip. My eyes!
Exactly.
My leg! So the final match on the card was, of course, the big one, the chamber match. This got me and Sammy hyped. And, great, it was really great pacing, great match. There was one stupid thing they did. They actually padded. They've been hyping this for years with the chamber. The outer rim of the chamber is, like metal. It's like, oh, you never come out of the chamber the same when you smash up against the metal grate on the floor. Well, guess what? They padded it this year. It was padded. So, okay, great. I mean, I don't want people to get seriously hurt, but if you're going to build that shit up only to cover it, weird. But still a great match.
Yeah, I'm not happy with how they padded the chamber either, because if this was 10 or 15 years ago, there'd be people bloody all over the floor from that chamber, getting thrown into the sides or through the pods or off the pod or on the grate. Or
break the bulletproof plastic.
Which I believe Baron Corbin made Dean Ambrose do at least once during that match.
Yeah, they smashed they knocked the plastic out. It was Ambrose who suffered the bronze, and it was Corbin though who was eliminated first. So if I recall correctly, Corbin got eliminated first. Then it was Ambrose. Then it was The Miz, and then it was Cena, and then it came down to Styles versus Wyatt, and Wyatt wins, and me and Sammy marked the fuck out.
I am actually very thrilled that WWE has finally allowed Bray Wyatt to hold a belt of some kind. Because he's been screwed over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's like watching Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it is like Groundhog Day. Hello, everyone, by the way. Welcome back, Roman fan. Hello, Richie G. I mean, here's the thing. Bray Wyatt is one of those characters who really doesn't need a belt. He really doesn't need a belt, and I don't mind that. I've never minded that, really, as much as I would have loved to see him become a champion. That's cool. but because of his personality, he doesn't need a belt. He just needs wins. And they couldn't even get that right for the longest time. So this is, after the way they've treated him over the years, the fact that they actually convinced John Cena to put him over is amazing. Like, I can't believe it. Bray Wyatt pinned John Cena.
And then he pinned AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, yeah.
But the thing is, and this is something I didn't bring up to you off camera, but if John Cena wins tonight, he breaks Ric Flair's record. I'm not saying he will. In fact, I think I'm going to say Bray Wyatt retains, but
why you got to ruin the show? Why you got to ruin the show, Jeff?
Sorry, was I not supposed to make predictions? My bad.
Not those predictions. But yes, it's true. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Don't interrupt me, jerk.
Hey, I can drop you right now, just like a fucking cell phone call.
No, please don't. Help.
Oh, no. Don't stop. Come back. Anyway, go ahead.
I believe Bray Wyatt will retain the title. At least until... What's the next one for SmackDown? Is that Roadblock?
No. Roadblock was December, and that was Raw.
Gotcha.
The next pay-per-view... Well, the next one is Fastlane, which is Raw, and then after that's WrestleMania, which is both.
Correct. Okay. I didn't know if there was another one for SmackDown before WrestleMania.
No, this was it.
All right, so I think Bray Wyatt will retain the title tonight and hold on to it until at least WrestleMania.
Okay. That's a fair prediction.
There, I think Orton will take it from him, and then John Cena will do his whole Super Cena thing after he gets done hosting the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards and take the record to WrestleMania.
I personally think, well, that's not a bad theory at all, but I personally think that he's not going to become a 17-time champion until SummerSlam. SummerSlam is kind of John Cena's playground. As far as I know, if I had to look back, I believe he made some of his biggest moments and some of his biggest... if I recall, when did he make his big return? He made a big return at Royal Rumble, and I want to say he also made a big return at SummerSlam. So I think SummerSlam is kind of seen as playground, so that's what I think they're going to do, but we'll see.
I think he made a huge return against Rusev a couple of WrestleManias ago for the U.S. title.
He did. It wasn't a return, not a return, but he did make a... Yeah, he beat Rusev at WrestleMania a couple years ago. It was that WrestleMania that Rusev came out on a fucking tank, and he still lost. Are you kidding me? What's up, the Smacky Pro? Smacky Pro. Yikes.
Rusev had half the Bulgarian army with him, and he still lost.
I know, that still pisses me off to this day. You know, the dude comes out in a fucking tank and he still loses. Are you kidding me? But, yeah, looking at the pay-per-views that are booked anyway, after WrestleMania, they don't have anything booked for May. I'm going to assume that's going to be a Raw pay-per-view because June 18th is a SmackDown. They're making Money in the Bank SmackDown. Huh. I wonder if they're going to have a Raw and a SmackDown Money in the Bank. I think they've done that in the past. They've had Money in the Bank for both, or like an inter-brand Money in the Bank. I don't know. And then SummerSlam is both brands because it's one of the big four. Yeah. But anyway, so do you have anything else to add?
Trying to think of something interesting.
That's great, Jeff. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Well, we'll move on. So we talked about the Chamber. Cool. So let's talk about Raw last night. You actually did watch Raw.
I did watch Raw last night, yes.
Awesome. So Raw was overall very well done last night. Even the things that made me sad were done very well. Let's see. Let's see, Enzo and Cass, man. Another great promo from Enzo, picking apart Cesaro. That was pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. Enzo's got a decent sense of humor, and he is not shy about pulling punches or mincing words when it comes to promotions or acting like a total idiot in the ring. Exactly.
The dude's in love with chicken right now, so...
Gobble gobble quack quack.
Let's see. Yeah, he had some good words. So the biggest thing of the night was the Festival of Friendship. Now, going into the night, I had no idea how that was going to play out, and it certainly didn't play out how I thought it would. But I'm actually really happy with what happened, even though I was really sad when it happened. So
I was actually legitimately surprised that it happened, especially because the two of them have been on-screen best friends for a while now,
I think
5 months.
5 months, I think. Yeah.
Since September of 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't watching my TV when it happened, but I saw the replay, the after commercial highlights, and I actually felt kind of bad for Chris Jericho because he got torn up.
I know. It's been quite a while, I think, since I've seen Jericho on the opposite end of of shit like this. You know what I mean? Like he's usually the instigator, never the victim.
Yeah, this time his head victimized a TV screen.
Dude, that was nuts. That part. Yeah, the whole thing was crazy. The thing that made me sad the most, it breaks your heart. It was done very well. Was when Jericho said, "Why's my name on the list?" Like he said it in such a defeated tone. Like that was perfect. That made you feel for Jericho.
Especially when he looks on the back and sees the list of KO on it.
I know that. When I saw that, I was like, "No, no!" Like I was literally like upset. Yeah. So
yeah, a lot of people were, and Kevin Owens seemed to take great enjoyment in tearing a new one into his former best friend person.
I know that it was gut wrenching, man. And like I said to you, I said this off camera. You know, the whole Triple H exchange now makes a little more sense. He might have been telling him to ditch Jericho.
Excuse me. And like I said off camera as well, while the theory makes sense to have Triple H tell Kevin Owens he'll make the Goldberg match just vanish if he gets rid of Chris Jericho, I don't see how that would work as far as like how am I going to put this? You
don't see why that would happen.
A storyline kind of sense.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't make sense now.
Because that's a super highly anticipated match now for the Universal title, Kevin Owens versus Goldberg. And if Triple H made a match like that just disappear into thin air, it would leave a whole lot of people really pissed off and disappointed. And number two, I don't think Triple H has that kind of authority, even though he's the COO of the company. I think Vince would say, that's cool and all, but I can't let you do this simply just because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but to that I say, okay, so if you wanted to do that kind of angle, where Triple H wanted to protect Kevin Owens, and Vince wanted the match, then you bring Vince back on screen to do an on-screen thing again. But I don't think they're going to do that. I don't know. The reason I said that they're going to ditch the match is because it feels like such a fantastical thing. Because when Goldberg came back, he said he was only going to face Lesnar. And now all of a sudden Goldberg versus Owens. I mean, it's awesome, don't get me wrong, but it seems too good to be true. That's why I say that.
And there's a number of different ways they can take this. Like, if the match continues as planned, then Goldberg may possibly be Universal Champion when he faces Lesnar at WrestleMania. Or, if the match continues as planned, Kevin Owens could win or Goldberg would win by disqualification, but Owens would still be the champion because champion's advantage.
Yeah, I could definitely see the DQ. I could also see Owens suffering karma, though, after the way he treated Jericho. So, yeah, I mean, there's multiple ways you can take it. And yes, Arcade fan, Fake Goldberg, a.k.a. Gilbert, was there last night. I was so excited to see Gilbert, dude. Do you know how old that fucker is?
I saw him. It looks amazing.
Fucking Gilbert, dude. You know how old he is? So the real Goldberg is 50. Gilbert is 57. Gilbert's my dad's age.
Wow.
my dad and Gilbert are the same age.
What if your dad was Gilbert?
Oh yeah, my dad's a 5'10" bald dude.
You never know. They look kind of similar, except your dad's less buff.
No, they don't look similar.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
First of all, Gilbert is paler than Sheamus. Gilbert makes Sheamus say, damn! So, that's first and foremost. My dad's not that pale, first and foremost.
Fair enough.
But anyway, yeah, I just thought that was really funny. Fucking Gilbert coming out of nowhere. Oh man! And then my favorite quote of the night though was when Jericho unveiled that painting for Owens. He's like, "I got 2 kids. I can't put this in my living room. You're not wearing pants."
I can't even have my kids running around seeing this.
You're not wearing pants.
You're not wearing pants. Chris, I got 2 kids.
And then Heath Slater comes out. So do I. Oh wait, maybe it's 9.
I'll tell you what, though. I think the best part of that entire whole Festival of Friendship thing was them ladies, man.
Oh yeah. That was awesome.
There were some really beautiful ladies in that entourage.
Oh dude, it's Vegas and it's Jericho.
I mean, the man can afford a $7,000 Guggenheim statue.
Yeah, apparently. Damn. Yeah, all in all, man, he spent probably upwards of $10,000 to $12,000 for Kevin Owens.
And then Kevin Owens took all that, just shoved it right back up his anus, and beat the crap out of him.
God, that was just so heart-wrenching, man. And I just love how the trend, I started using the hashtag #WhyOwensWhy.
Did it trend at all, or did it just kind of sit there by itself?
Just sat there by itself. I was trying to get it to trend, like fight Owens fight, yeah. But anyway, Raw was good. Raw was great. How did it end? Oh yeah, Bayley. That's how it ended. Bayley winning. Really not much to talk about there. I know you didn't see the match because you had to go to bed. You had to get up early. But
I got early work. Shit. I had it Monday. Had it today. Got it tomorrow because the normal guy is actually on vacation right now. And when he's not there, I get to come in at 7. Woohoo!
Fun. What's your usual hour?
When he's there, I will usually come in at 8 and leave at 4:30.
Gotcha. So you have an extra hour.
I did read up on the Charlotte versus Bayley match, and I'm absolutely thrilled that Bayley got to be the champion finally.
Yeah, they Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It was a good match. There was a lot of good spots. Probably, the best part leading up to the whole end was Bayley doing the figure 4 leg lock. She did the figure 4 on Charlotte, and then Dana Brooke reappeared. I don't know if you heard about that. No. Dana Brooke reappeared out of nowhere, broke up Bayley's figure 4 leg lock. Charlotte put her in the figure 8, her move, and then Sasha came out with her crutch, knocked Dana Brooke down, broke up Charlotte's figure 8, tried to go after Sasha, and then Bayley grabbed her, Bayley to belly, 1, 2, 3, Bayley wins. Sasha comes into the ring, they both hug, they're crying, Bayley runs around the crowd and everything, jumps into the crowd with her belt. Great moment, phenomenal moment. Anyone who's watched her in NXT, myself, I fucking love it. No.
The only issue is Charlotte is still undefeated as far as pay-per-views go, which tells me that if she doesn't invoke her rematch next week on Raw, she'll most likely do it at WrestleMania and take it back there.
I think she'll challenge a Fastlane.
Or Fastlane, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, the next one. Yeah, so I think that's what's going to happen. Charlotte's going to take it back at Fastlane.
But then Bayley would be owed a rematch, and I guess that's at WrestleMania if she decides to do it then.
Yeah, what I'm thinking they're doing is, as much as I love Sasha, they know Bayley sells the merchandise. All the children love Bayley. She's basically, I don't mean this as an insult, but she basically is the female John Cena right now. She is the little kid's voice. And so what I think they'll do is I think they'll break Charlotte's pay-per-view record for Bayley. She'll get a rematch at WrestleMania and break Charlotte's pay-per-view record there.
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, Charlotte is like 1,000,000-0 as far as pay-per-views go. She has not suffered any pay-per-view loss, and that I agree with you. I think Charlotte will retake her title at Fastlane. Bayley will do the rematch at WrestleMania and win it.
Yeah, I think it just makes too much sense. Like I said, Bayley is the voice of the children. She's going to be the Brock Lesnar to Charlotte's Undertaker, big time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if it doesn't happen, then strike me down. But so I'm getting ready to die. But anyway. But let's see, what else? Anything else from Raw last night that you remember?
I mean, really, just the highlight was the Festival of Friendship. That seemed to make the most waves with everybody. How about we ask the fans that are in the feed? What did you guys think about the Festival of Friendship?
Yeah, guys, what did you think of the Festival of Friendship? God help us all. At the time, like I said, when I watched it last night, I was heartbroken. But now thinking about it and looking back, that was a damn good program last night.
I was actually expecting Chris Jericho to bring back the light-up jacket that he used to wear that Dean Ambrose destroyed.
Yeah. Maybe he'll bring that back now that him and Owens are no longer friends.
I mean, it only cost him, $15,000 or whatever.
That's it. But I was talking with Sammy. He believes the reason this breakup is happening, and he makes a good point. Is Jericho, I think, is getting ready to go back on tour with Fozzy in about a month and a half, something like that. His band Fozzy.
Oh, gotcha. I did not know that was a thing.
You've never heard of Fozzy? I mean, they're not great, but
no, I had no idea Chris Jericho was even in a band.
Yeah, Fozzy's been around for years, dude. I actually saw them at Carolina Rebellion last year or the year before. They're pretty good. He's a good singer. What's funny is, when they make those jokes about him looking like Bon Jovi, I always think, oh yeah, he's in a band. That's funny.
Irony.
Yeah. Look them up, man. You may or may not like them. I think they're technically a metal band, but they're more just a rock band, really. Yeah.
We'll call it hard rock.
Let's say hard rock. I kind of felt when Kevin Owens was talking with Triple H, something was up. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I thought after the fact. I got something from last night. What did you think of the Samoa Joe interview?
That's something else that I brought up to you off camera as well.
That's right, you did.
With Kevin Owens currently being the quote-unquote man for the quote-unquote authority, how much longer is that going to last now that Samoa Joe is under Triple H's tutelage? Because it looks to me like Samoa Joe is following the same path that Seth Rollins took. Breed him under the authority's rule for a couple of years and then set him loose.
Yeah, I could definitely see another evolution situation with this, or another authority situation. What I like about Samoa Joe and the way he made his stamp on that interview, though, is he said, I'm not Seth Rollins. I'm not Randy Orton. I'm not going to do this. Basically, he set himself apart by saying that he doesn't need coddling. He can be his own man. He knows that Triple H can rely on him. So
he's been doing this a long, long time. And the couple of matches that I have seen him in have been fantastic. The dude's just a straight brawler, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do with the main roster now.
Yeah, the dude's a monster. As he mentioned, he's been in this business 18 years. I first watched him. He was actually one of the first wrestlers I ever saw back in 2013. He was at the TNA Slammiversary pay-per-view. He came out and completely wrecked Aces and Eights. They were this tag team faction consisting of the Dudley Boys, Devon, and I don't know. I think he. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name, but it wasn't Devon, but it was something. And then Bubba Ray's name was Bully Ray, not Bubba Ray.
Bully Ray.
Yeah, Bully Ray. Who else was in Aces and Eights? Oh God, a bunch of people. I think Austin. No, maybe not Austin Aries. Somebody was part of. Anyway, it was just this big faction, right? He came out. There was like 3 of them at the time. And he just came out and destroyed all of them.
Yeah.
So he's a scary man.
He's a monster.
Yes, and I'm loving this new nickname for him, the Destroyer. Triple H is the creator. He's the Destroyer. I'm loving it. So this is gonna be good.
And now we've also and something else that I don't know if you skipped over, the match between Braun Strowman and Mark Henry.
Braun Strowman and Mark Henry. Yeah, I think there's a reason I skipped over it.
So moving on to something else.
I have no problem with either of these men. I'm not a big fan of the big man matches, you know?
I mean, and technically, Mark Henry isn't really a big man. He's just kind of huge, so to speak.
Isn't that the same thing?
Okay, he's kind of wide, is what I'm saying. Kind of a fat guy, like me. But
Hey, you
bigger.
take that back. He's the world's strongest athlete? Something? Man?
I think it was athlete at one time. No, that's Big Show. Or is he the world's biggest athlete?
He's the world. Yeah, I think he's the world's biggest, and then Mark Henry's the largest. So WWE and you have something in common. You both think big and large are two different things.
That's right. I'm secretly a writer for WWE Raw.
God, that's like the Vince Russo era. Jesus Christ. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about some
please.
SmackDown. I'm just going to look that up really quick. Hold on. Big Show, World what? What is he? What is he called? Big Show is called the world's... Okay, the world's strongest man.
Okay.
There you go. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. So Big Show is the world's strongest man, and then Mark Henry is the world's largest athlete. Okay, there you go. Large and strong are two different things. There you go.
Yes. That's what I was trying to say, but couldn't say it because I work for WWE's Raw.
Dude, I wish you did work for WWE. Then I could blame you for everything. I could just blame you. I'd be watching Raw. Oh, fucking Cena Christ wins again. I blame Jeff.
That's his 20th title defense.
You would make that happen just to piss Chuck off, you asshole.
Exactly. Well, that reminds me of the time Jeff went to work for Raw's WWE department and made John Cena win 20 title wins.
Oh, way to fuck that up, Sean. John Cena doesn't work for Raw. He works for SmackDown, dumbass.
No, he jumped brands in 2018.
I would hope John Cena would be fucking retired by 2018. Good God.
I mean, if Kane and Big Show are still wrestling, what makes you think John Cena's going to stop wrestling when he turns 41 next year?
I know, but that's all the more reason to retire him. Think about what Kane and Big Show do nowadays. Jack shit.
Yeah, it's literally nothing. In fact, the only time we've
nothing. But let's move on to SmackDown.
The only time we've actually seen Big Show recently is when he stared down Braun Strowman for no reason.
Oh, wait, one more thing to cover last night. We finally got Emelina! Yay!
Yeah, that was a ripoff. Moving on.
Come on, like I said, man, at least we're getting NXT Emma back. That's all I care about, so... Alright, moving on. Let's see, so SmackDown tonight, I'm trying to pull up, like, a preview or something like that. Hang on.
You get the match card?
Yeah, some sort of, well, not match card, but, like, key points that they might focus on. So, basically the aftermath of Elimination Chamber. So I'm going to assume we're going to see something between Harper and Orton again. So,
And this time, well, if they do square off again, I hate saying this, but I think Orton's still going to win over Luke Harper.
probably. I would assume that, yeah. So that's going to happen. Bray Wyatt and John Cena are going to meet again. They actually have a rematch tonight, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I've already said that I believe Wyatt will retain.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. You cut out.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep... Sorry, go ahead.
It might be on my end, but I've already said that I think Wyatt is going to retain the title over John Cena.
I certainly hope so, because, yeah. Anyway, I hope so. Let's hope so.
And besides, John Cena is hosting Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards, I think, either this week or next week. So he's got to go do all that filming and production before he actually can defend his title. So that's probably why he lost it in the first place.
Yeah, probably. I would certainly hope that if they're going to give him the 17th time, they'll wait until SummerSlam or WrestleMania. So, or not WrestleMania, but SummerSlam, I'm thinking. Yeah, so Wyatt probably wins through disqualification, I would assume. Maybe Reigns.
I'm actually going to say Wyatt beats Cena clean.
Dude, he beat him clean once. I think I think it's asking too much to have Cena put him over twice, but maybe. That'd be nice.
It's entirely possible, but I just don't know. We're going to have to watch and find out.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to watch and find out. Yeah, we'll see. But hopefully that is the case. But, so yeah, they're going to have their match. What else might fall out? We might see American Alpha in action again. Let's see. What else? Oh, Bliss. I assume we're going to see Bliss come out and bitch about Naomi. So we'll see that.
Yeah, she'll probably demand a rematch or something and lose.
Yeah, probably. What else? God, I'm just kind of drawing a massive blank here. As far as what all happened.
Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, I'm not good at predicting matches.
Words. Yeah. I'm hoping we see more James Ellsworth, though. I love James Ellsworth, but let's see what else could happen tonight. I'm hoping they give Ziggler something good tonight, but I guess we'll see.
Well,
don't know.
Well, since he's become heel and unfortunately lower card, he's probably not going to get a whole lot of publicity other than the fact that he's a heel now.
I know, but he needs to win a damn match for once as a heel.
Absolutely, I agree.
But hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second.
I wonder if sometimes if WWE's making Ziggler lose all these matches to help build up the heel heat that he gets from the fans before.
Yeah, I mean he needs to have that heat build up. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and I think eventually they will have him win a match as a heel, but it won't be just yet. It'll be probably either next week or the week after.
They need to give him somebody good. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say just long enough to really piss him off before they give him a match to win.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to win tonight or anything, but I mean, they really need to give him somebody good to feud with, you know? Apollo Crews is just, it's stale. I don't hate Apollo Crews, but he has a stale personality. Kalisto needs to be on fucking 205 Live. And, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to think of, like, faces Ziggler could feud with. He's already done the Ambrose thing. He's already feuded with Ambrose for the world title, and they had a couple other matches. He couldn't feud with The Miz because they're both heels. If I was to pick somebody he could feud with, maybe give Ziggler to God, who was I just thinking of?
He had a short feud with AJ Styles for a while.
He did. That was decent. I was thinking maybe Mojo Rawley, depending on how long Zack Ryder's going to be out.
Oh,
because I can't think of too many other faces. Can you?
I think Zack Ryder suffered a torn ACL. He's going to be out until probably August at least.
Yeah, he's going to be out for a long time, so that's why they're pushing Mojo as a singles competitor. I don't know where it's going to go, though. That's the thing. You need somebody good for him to face. And maybe Ziggler's that guy. I don't know.
The only face... Well, actually, I can't even think of a face that could match Ziggler in his technical wrestling ability. It's just not there.
I can't think of really a good, strong face on SmackDown who's not in title contention. Cena. There's always Cena, but nobody wants to see that. Literally. There's also, so really the reason they're putting him in these matches with Cruz and Kalisto is really those are the only faces in SmackDown besides Rawley who aren't in some sort of title contention or who's already in a feud already. Like Ambrose, as we mentioned, they've already done the Ambrose thing. We don't want to see it anymore. But Ambrose is the only other option. But I want to see Ambrose feud with Harper. Actually, I want to see Ambrose feud with Harper. I want to see Harper win the IC title again. I wouldn't mind that.
That would actually be really interesting to see, because that would be another huge push for a guy that probably deserves it.
He does. He's been in the company a few years now, and he never really got much of a push. He did win the IC title one time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but that seems like it was ages ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago, if I recall. He did win it one time, though. He did. He held it for, not even 2 weeks, I think. It was very forgettable.
He didn't have the title for very long, unfortunately.
No. So I think if you're going to push him as a singles competitor, give him something to do. Give Harper something to do. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know who you would give him to other than Ambrose. But.
And something that they could do is push him as a singles competitor until Rowan comes back, and then have him and Rowan reignite their tag team, and then challenge American Alpha for the tag titles.
Yeah, we talked about that. Like I said, I don't know how it would go, though. I really don't. I could see Harper and Rowan feuding against one another.
Yeah, that would be that might be a good angle to go. And honestly, if Randy Orton's time with the Wyatt family ends anytime soon, which is unlikely given the fact that they're essentially wrecking people at this point.
Well, it'll end at WrestleMania.
That's what I think too. And then it'll just be Bray Wyatt by himself, unless he can somehow reassert his influence over Luke Harper, and then Eric Rowan shows back up, and then they become the Wyatt family as we all know and love them before Braun Strowman showed up.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but I think they need to do something new now, though. Now that Harper is no longer under influence and Rowan's nowhere to be seen yet, I think what they should do is finally unleash the Sister Abigail character they've been trying to do for a long time. They've been talking about that for a while, having a woman play Sister Abigail. And there were some choices at one time. There were some really good choices at one time, too. So I think if Bray Wyatt goes in alone after WrestleMania, after Orton goes his separate way, I think on the SmackDown that follows WrestleMania, introduce the Sister Abigail.
Yeah, but who would play Sister Abigail, though? That's what I want to know.
That's the question. But, it can work. Because if you watch NXT, and I need to show you this when I come home next month, I need to show you Sanity. Have you ever seen Sanity fight?
I have not, no.
Dude, Sanity consists right now of Alexander Wolf in NXT Developmental, Killian Dane, who's from other promotions. He was this character named Big Damo. Eric Young from TNA. He's the leader. And then they have a woman wrestler named Nikki Cross, and she is a savage beast. This woman is nuts. She launches herself on people and just starts fucking them up. So we know it works with the women's wrestler on a male wrestler. Like, she's not afraid to attack the male wrestler. So that's something, because they've always been hesitant about the whole male on woman violence, since the mid 2000s. They've been hesitant about that. So what I'm saying is they could introduce a Sister Abigail character who is equally as vicious as Nikki Cross. Again, who would that be? Good question, but it could happen. It needs to happen, I think.
Wouldn't it be awesome if Nikki Cross was Sister Abigail?
That I wouldn't mind that, but I want her to stay with that. I want her to stay with Sanity, though.
Fair enough. So, if you had to take a guess, who would you pick as Sister Abigail to Bray Wyatt?
They had some. Let me pull up this list really quick. Real quick. They had an idea at one time of who it could be. What Culture? What Culture? You know What Culture Wrestling?
Yeah, I've read a couple of their articles.
They did a top 10 back in 26. Top 10 women who could be Sister Abigail. Their picks. So number 10, and I think this one's interesting, especially considering her absence. Paige.
Yeah, that would actually be really interesting. But she's undergoing, I think, therapy or rehab for a drug addiction of some kind.
For drug?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Damn it, hold on, you're cutting it. Let me close some things, hold on. Okay, say it again.
I think Paige is currently undergoing therapy or rehab for some sort of drug addiction or something to that nature, which is why she hasn't been on any of WWE shows and has instead been on Total Divas.
Right, so that makes it unlikely. Number 9 on this list. This is also unlikely, but there's this woman named Courtney Rush. Now you probably don't know who she is, but she's on TNA. There's a faction right now called Decay. It consists of this man named Crazy Steve with 2 Z's, Abyss, who's a TNA legend. He's been with TNA for years, and a woman named Rosemary, Courtney Rush. She is psycho. She's like a more psychotic Harley Quinn in a way. She's like wears this white makeup and it's just like really like just fucked up. Yeah.
That would be interesting to see, but the whole thing with Bray Wyatt is that he is essentially a master troll. And although he's part psycho, we need somebody who's able to play mind games on essentially an equal level to him. And I don't think being just a straight psychopath is going to do it for Sister Abigail.
Right, it needs to be somebody on his level. Yeah. And number 8, I don't know much about this woman, but I've heard some good stuff. There's number 8 on this list is a woman named Crazy Mary Dobson. She's already got crazy in the title. There you go.
That's her. That's it. You don't have to go any farther. She is Sister Abigail. Let's move on.
Crazy Mary Dobson. Yeah, she has some matches in NXT. I'll have to look into her, but she could be a good one. Number 7 is a woman named Sarah Del Rey. She's the head trainer of WWE's Wrestlers. She could be another option. Let's see. Number 6. I have to look at these later. Another one named Allison Kay, an 8-year veteran from TNA. Okay. Number 5, kind of going down this list. Number 5, this would be interesting. Blue Pants from NXT. She's no longer with it, but Blue Pants could be an option.
Sean, you were cutting out real bad, man.
Hang on, guys. We'll get him back. I'll get him back. Shit. Hang on, I'm getting you back. Okay. That's what I get for trying to open other windows. Damn it. Hello again.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, man. Your feed just got worse and worse and worse, and then it just dropped.
That's my bad. This is what happens with you now. I can't open any other windows, so sorry about that.
All right, so what were you saying about number 5 or whatever?
I was just, it really started to get less interesting until number 3. Number 3 is interesting, but I don't see how it could work. Number 3 on the list is Mika Rotunda. Does that last name ring any bells for you?
Well, considering that Bray and Bo used to be the Rotunda brothers, then yes.
Rotunda, yeah, Rotunda's their real last name. Mika is their sister. So there was talk that she might be Sister Abigail because she's his real sister, but she doesn't have much wrestling experience. So
I honestly don't think she would have to, because if she's just going to be Sister Abigail, she's still just a loosely defined character who I don't think would have to have any kind of wrestling experience. She would just have to kind of be there.
Well, if they're going to, just make her look intimidating, then yes, that could work. But I would assume that they want Sister Abigail to actually do some work, though. I don't know.
They could train her to do the basics if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, they could figure out. She has some experience, if I recall, but I just don't see it. And then number 2 was somebody else. But then number 1, and I don't agree with this at all. Number 1, I think they put it on there as maybe sarcasm. Number 1 was Stephanie McMahon. Could you imagine Stephanie McMahon as Sister Abigail? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not.
God, that sounds like something Vince would say. Sorry.
It would be a really super unexpected, ironic twist, but I don't see it happening. She's got too much to do as the commissioner of Raw and the CEO of the company.
Yeah, the only reason it would happen, I mean, that sounds like something Vince McMahon would do in the early 2000s when he did that stupid, he did this gimmick of him turning out to be the leader of this faction that was torturing Stephanie McMahon. It turned out he was the leader. So he was torturing his own fucking daughter, basically. So yeah, that sounds like the Vince McMahon of old. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it will either. It's too far-fetched an angle, and the only way I could see it happening is if she did it herself without Vince McMahon knowing.
Yeah, I just don't see it. It's going to be somebody completely new.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, so the Sister Abigail thing is interesting. What else? Is there anything else that we can add for SmackDown? Anything else that might happen tonight? One more thing.
Hopefully there's going to be some blood and guts spilled tonight.
I don't think so.
And speaking of Bray Wyatt, hi Jared, but
Hi, Jared.
The whole I told you about this on off camera, but the whole thing about Bray Wyatt trolling Kevin Owens with the Universal title was, I think, a great idea.
Yeah, it's something fun they could do with Cross Brand for sure. Jeff had this idea that Bray Wyatt could appear, as he sometimes does, in the scary fashion, take Kevin Owens' Universal title, replace it with the World title, and just troll him. I wouldn't mind that. It'd be something funny.
And they can only do that twice, though. Once when Kevin Owens or Bray Wyatt takes the title from Kevin Owens, and then once more when he gives it back.
To replace it, to fun to do. But anyway, I think overall tonight, though, they're going to do some bullshit with the whole Valentine's Day theme, so I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do there. Maybe they'll have a nice little tag team what do they call it when it's men and women? They call it something. What is it called? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's a mixed match, I think is what they call it.
Mixed match, something like that. Mixed tag team, mixed tag team. Maybe they'll have a little mixed tag team between John Cena and Nikki Bella, and yeah. Who would it be? Who would they go against? John Cena, Nikki Bella against who?
Probably Natalya and some random dude she grabs out of the audience.
Yeah, as much as I would love to see her wrestle with Tyson Kidd, if he wrestles again, he'll die. So nope. I'm thinking John Cena and Nikki Bella against Carmella and James Ellsworth. Yes, book it.
There you go. I forgot they were a thing because nobody. I forgot Carmella and James Ellsworth were a thing because nobody cares.
Could you imagine John Cena wrestling against James Ellsworth? Dude.
All he'd have to do was breathe in James Ellsworth's direction and Cena would knock him down.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's so funny that Carmella and him are a thing. In real life, we all know that Carmella and Big Cass are dating, so. Yeah.
That'd actually be kind of fun. That'd actually be kind of funny to see Cass invade the match with Carmella. Cass
and who?
That'd be awesome if Big Cass made the jump to Raw for just this one night to wrestle with his real-life girlfriend, Carmella.
Cass made the jump to SmackDown, you mean? Sorry,
just for one night for the mixed tag team match.
That'd be something I'd like to see maybe at SummerSlam, when they do the interbrand again, like maybe by that point, maybe Cash shows up and has a fight against James Ellsworth. And by fight, I just mean he pokes him. It'd be the next finger poke of doom. Boom.
Just poke him right in the middle of his forehead.
That's it. Yeah, finger poke of doom 2.0.
And then when he falls down, Cass uses that same finger to pin him on the mat for 1, 2, 3.
Exactly. All right, well, SmackDown's getting ready to come on, so I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on again. Hope to do it again next week.
Absolutely. It was good having you, Jeff, and thank you guys for watching. Enjoy SmackDown, and we'll see you next week, all right?
Enjoy your beer responsibly.
I will. Damn it. All right,
Not
bye.
you, the fans.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Made it out.
Hmm?
Equipped with
All right, see you guys.
compatibility.